Want to know what's inside thousands of TikTok videos without watching them? Look at this. I enter a hashtag, and in a few minutes, our automation finds relevant videos and something incredible happens. Gemini 2.0 AI watches every video for us, breaking down exactly what is happening in every scene. It tells us what's happening in the video, who is speaking, what they're doing, even what is shown on the screen, all without us spending hours watching content. This is possible because for the first time we have access to an AI that can actually watch and analyze videos. And today I'll show you how to build this automation using Gemini 2.0. Whether you are researching competitors or analyzing content in your niche, imagine having detailed breakdown of every video, scene by scene, word by word. I'm Nadia, and after a decade in software development, I've spent the last year building AI solutions for businesses. I'll show you exactly how to build this, including all the technical nuances that I discovered along the way. And if you'd rather have an expert handle it, then you can book a consultation call with me using the link below. Let's start building. First thing first, let me show you how the output of the tool, of the automation that we will be building looks like. This is a Relevance AI tool. You can also use make.com to achieve the similar results together, let's say, with Airtable or another tool for storing data. In my case, I use Relevance because of how universal it is, and I will share with you a couple of use cases where make.com did not work for me and explain why I decided to use Relevance. In this case, we are looking at TikTok videos table. It is a table right inside Relevance, so I store the results there, and the tool which I use is also from Relevance. As we see on the screen, now we have 63 videos analyzed. They all come with author name, author title, number of comments, the posted hashtags, and so on and so on. We also have the link to the media URL, which is the link from Apify, another tool that we will be using to scrape the content, and video URL to the TikTok video, number of views. And the most important is what our analysis does is scenes and short video description. That just to show you it in more details, here is the description of each scene, and this is the short description. For example, a man shares what he believes are top 3 financial tips that are not good. And this is the breakdown scene by scene. So this video is a little bit over 1 minute. We have 6 scenes there. So this is the result, and let's see the tool in use. This is how this tool build looks. And if we use it, I enter a hashtag. Let's say I'm interested in business tips. I want to scrape just 5 videos. It can obviously scrape more, but let's do 5. I will run this tool, and it will take a couple of minutes to generate the results. Okay, the results are ready. It's not so easy to view them here. So let's go back to the actual table to view them. I go to knowledge, to my TikTok videos. And here the last 5 videos, I believe the last 3 is what we have just scraped and transcribed. Let's start from small parts, and first I will show you how to use Google Gemini to analyze one video, and after we learn how to analyze one video, we can analyze multiple videos at scale. In order to do that, you need to search for Google AI Studio and create your Google AI Studio account. If you don't have a Google account yet, you will need to create it. And once you are there, you need to get an API key. You also need to select your Google Cloud project. So you need also to create a Google Cloud project. I won't cover it here. There are plenty of videos on how to do it. And I also want to mention that you will not be charged, even though you would probably need to select your payment method and attach your credit card. You still won't be charged because Gemini 2.0 is currently experimental and it is absolutely free for testing purposes, I assume. So you pick your Google project, you create a new API key, and you can use that key. We will need it a little bit later. For now, let's go to create prompt. And I already have a couple of videos. So let's say this one from TikTok. It has no meaningful transcript. Let's watch it together. I will reduce the sound. This video got more than 1 million views, but if you were to analyze it using standard methods, let's say using GPT or to transcribe the video, you will get only the sound, but it will give you no meaningful context about this video. And this video mainly catches the viewers by its visual appearance. Obviously, there are no words, but there is still meaning, so you would need to understand what is happening in the video in order to use this knowledge to, let's say, later create some similar scripts for your own videos. We have this video, it comes from Apify. Let me download it and show you how to analyze it. I have downloaded the video. Now I go to Google AI Studio to this generate prompt and let's insert the video, upload file. Our video took a couple of seconds to upload, and now I'm pasting the prompt to extract the information. This is the prompt that has worked for me so far. So we say that you work as a part of a social media analysis team. Your task is to watch the video, understand it, and then split it by meaningful video scenes. Extract the audio script and the video description for each scene. If there is text on the video in a scene, include it alongside. Don't miss any text or words from the audio. Output text exactly as it appears. Make sure scenes don't overlap, and output a result as JSON. And I give it the main idea about the JSON that I want to see. So I want to have the short video description, and for each scene I want to see the scene number, timestamp, range, description, the transcript, and the text from the screen. Also, what has been working very well for me for structured output as JSON, I say to start your answer with curly bracket, and it will give the model the understanding that it needs to output JSON and that it doesn't need to provide any further explanations. Like, you know, ChatGPT likes to say, here is what you asked for, something like that. And also I can tick this structured output on the right side panel. And temperature, well, it worked for me. You can use 0.5, you can use 1, both of them worked well. And now let's run and see what we get. For a human, it was obvious that there are two scenes. The first one features a woman sitting in a luxurious environment. The second one was the screenshot with business tips, and this is exactly what Gemini also sees in this video. So it's split it into two scenes. The first one is from 0 to the 5th second, and it says that a woman sitting at a table facing away, la la la, a laptop on the table. It also says that there is text on the screen saying I became a millionaire in my 20s. It also was able to extract the audio transcript, and it extracted the text from the slide. Right, here it is. And the second scene is from 5th to 9th second. It says that it costs 0 to start a business. This is exactly what we see. It costs $0 to start a business. Marketing, TikTok, Instagram, yes, it is all here. And this is how you analyze one video. But what if we want to analyze multiple videos, and obviously we don't want to copy each single video here to get the transcript, because, well, we can do it manually. The power here is in automation, and the first way you can automate it is to get actually this code and use this code to analyze multiple videos. Use this code as an example. This is how I started. I opened this code in Colab and modified it a little bit. No worries, you will find any code that I use in the Notion document that you will be able to see in the description of this video. But in general, what happens here, it is important to understand. We upload file. First, we need to upload the file, the video, to Gemini. We also need to wait until this file is uploaded. It may take a couple of seconds, or if it's a long video, it may take even longer than that. And it is important because from this stems one of the limitations of make.com. But we'll see it later. Okay, we need to wait until this file is uploaded. It doesn't happen immediately. And then we also specify which parameters we want to use. We specify the model name and just upload the file, wait for it to activate, and start a chat. In our chat, we use history. So we say that the user role uploads a file, and the second message is our actual prompt. And this one, you can ignore it. It is the output here. We also need to use Gemini API key. But if you open it in Colab, it will transfer your API key there. So no worries there. And this is how I started. Then I also discovered that it is possible to use make.com. Make.com already has those modules for Gemini. Let me show you my final flow. This is my final flow. But let's do it first all together. If you don't know it already, make.com is an automation platform that allows you to run multiple commands. Just to give you an example, this is how I start. I set a variable and test it on one video only. This will be our video URL. And I will paste just a static video URL, for example, this one. Okay, this is the video. We will be able to modify it later and also change it to webhook, but this is how it is for now. And we'll need to download the video first. We do get a file, we enter that URL. Okay, that is it. And finally, we use Gemini. Just upload the file first. So we downloaded the file from the URL. Now we need to upload it. It automatically says that it wants to use file from the previous block. And if you have never set your Gemini AI connection yet, you will need to set it up here. You add a new one, you add your API key from this Google AI Studio from here, and then you paste it into this field and you'll get your connection done. After that, as you remember, the file doesn't upload immediately, so we need to wait. I add this tools sleep module, sleep, for 10 seconds. For this video, it will be enough. And then we use another Google Gemini, create a completion. Again, select your connection. AI model should be 2.0 experimental, this one. And then we add messages. First message is our file, so we need to add role user, parts, message type file, file MIME type. It comes from the previous step, from this third one. So MIME type is this one, URL is this one. And after that, we add the second message. Second message is text, and the text is our prompt. So we can copy the same prompt, paste it here. Okay. And from what I remember, there is no way, unfortunately, here to specify that we need structured output, but we can set temperature. For now, let's do 0.5. Okay. And then we will use, for example, JSON. We will parse JSON just to make sure that we get the proper output. Why we need JSON? Well, you don't need it, but JSON is much more useful if you want to structure your data and place it in a table, for example. And second of all, you can use another LLM to analyze those video scripts, so it will be also useful for an LLM to have that structured output to get a better understanding of what happens inside videos. Now we enter that result here. Okay, let's run it once. And this is the result that we've got. So we see the same short video description. A woman shares her tips on how to become a millionaire. So scenes, there are two scenes, same basically scenes that we have seen before. Obviously, you can modify your prompt. You can go to Google AI Studio and see what works for you first before you start automating it, just to see how it performs. Maybe you don't want to have audio transcript, maybe you want to leave out captions. Okay, this is the make.com scenario, but there are a couple of problems. First is if your video is longer than, let's say, 1 minute, then 10 seconds would not be enough for you to process that video. So this block will fail and you would need to add error handling and maybe wait for another 10 seconds or so, but you never know how long you need to wait. And there is no convenient way to use a polling mechanism to understand the status of the file upload in make.com. And currently there is no block to get the status of the file. So this is the first inconvenience while using make.com. The second one is actually in file size limit. Even on paid tiers, you have a limit of 5 gigabytes of overall data processing. And as you can see, I tested this flow a couple of times 2 days ago, so it was already 100, more than 100 megabytes in size. And overall, if your video is 5 megabytes in size, it means that you can process only 1,000 videos, right? Which is probably not the scale which you would be comfortable with. In general, I would say that if you process only small files on the short videos, then using make.com is fine. For myself, I decided that it would make more sense to use Relevance AI because there are no limitations on file size. And also I can use code that would help me to overcome the limitation with polling and with how we understand if file has been uploaded already or not. Let me show you the tool. And now once we see that one file processing works well, then we can start scraping the videos and also analyze multiple videos. To give you the general understanding, this is how I viewed this tool and this is how I decided it should work. So I want to enter a hashtag and I also want to enter how many videos I want to scrape because it affects the pricing and it affects the overall performance of this tool. Then once I enter hashtag, I scrape the videos from TikTok using Apify. Then I don't want to analyze all the videos because there can be some videos that are not viral, that don't get many views, that don't have good engagement ratio. So I want to filter them out and I want to analyze the remaining videos with Gemini, and then I want to view the results of that analysis. This is a very basic flow, and this is what I have implemented in my Relevance AI tool. When you create a new tool, if you are new to Relevance AI, this is the platform which allows to build not only those automation flows, but also agents, and to use those flows as tools for agents. And this is the main page with tools. So you would need to click this button to create a new tool. I already have mine. Once you are there inside the tool builder, you can specify which inputs you use. In my case, this is hashtag, and hashtag is a string. The second is count, count is number, and we can enter some hashtags already. And let's say I want to get again 5 videos. Then Relevance AI has this Apify step, and you just pick this Apify, and there you would need to specify the Apify actor that scrapes the videos. Let me show you Apify. Apify is the platform where you can scrape different sources of information from different places. For example, it has multiple as they call them, actors for TikTok, and I use this TikTok hash scraper. Once you are here in Apify, you can go to store and you get $5 in free credit usage. You can enter TikTok here or whatever platform you use. It will obviously also work with Instagram or YouTube Shorts. I use this one, TikTok hash scraper, hashtag scraper. Once you are here, you can enter the hashtag that you want to scrape, how many videos you want to scrape, and here comes this select drop down. You would need to check this one. It is important because then we want to process actual videos, and if we have only URLs, we would still need to find a way to download that video. Okay, just check this and then you can start. I already have run it a couple of times from here, and I can go back to my runs, and let's say you run your actor. Then if you come back to runs, I go to my run to here, and then I can come to input. So we have this actor name from here. If we copy it from here, we can enter this name inside Relevance AI, inside this Apify step. This is where it belongs. And then we need input settings. Input settings, obviously, those are those input settings. You can copy them and paste them here, but then we need to replace static fields with dynamic fields. And I replaced this business tips with hashtag, which is the name of this field above of our input field. And I also replaced count of how many videos we want to scrape, and we should download videos is set to true. Let's run the step. And while it runs, you can always go back to Apify, you can go to runs, and you can see the status of this video. What I also like about Relevance AI is that it allows you to run long operations. So if it doesn't matter if it takes a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes, Relevance AI will give you the result after they are ready. Okay, this run took 51 seconds, and if we go back, we see that, well, it first outputs credit costs, and then we see items, and here we have 5 videos as we requested. It's hard to calculate them here, but believe me, there are 5 of them. Then what I want to do is I don't need, for example, video meta. I'm not interested in music meta. I'm also not very interested in some author details and so on. And I also wanted to understand what is the ratio between engagement metrics and video views, and this is what I do with the help of this JavaScript code. You can use ChatGPT to help you write JavaScript code for that. This is basically how I also came up with my code as a starting point. What it does, let me show you. So I use steps, Apify output items. This is the naming for Relevance AI. It starts with steps, then I use the name of the step. I use output as just it is the standard name, and items, right? Items. So items comes from here. And once I have my items, I map them. I use the standard JavaScript function for mapping. I just rename some of the fields, and I also calculate that impression ratio, which I have mentioned. And then I only return videos that either have that impression ratio of more than 10% or videos that have got more than 1 million views. Let's run this step. And it output only 3 videos in a much better format, right? This is what we have, 3 videos. And now we want to run all those 3 videos through our Gemini analysis. So first you can use make.com, you can use API step, and in make.com, let me show you the final version which I have. So I have a webhook to use this scenario from um, Relevance AI, and webhook gets a URL of our video and also video ID. We need video ID in order to match the result with the initial data structure. And then it is the same flow that we have already built. I also have that one route to wait for another 10 seconds. I parse this JSON and I also add new video ID. So I get video ID and then I kind of preserve it throughout the whole scenario, and then I output the result with that video ID. So I have video ID, description, and scenes. And so I can use this webhook from make.com inside my Relevance AI flow. I loop through all the videos from the previous step, from this one. This is the JSON object that I pass. Let's run this. While it runs, we can go to our make.com scenario and see the history. And yes, as I have mentioned, that one scenario ran with error because it was a long video, and I believe that 20 seconds were not enough for it to run. Yes, it failed on the first execution, and then it failed after additional 10 seconds on the second one, so it was not available. It said that a file is not in an active state, and that is the limitation. What we get as an output, we get the result from this one, but then we get the response from the two other videos together with their video ID that would help us to understand which video this transcript belongs to. And then you can again use either code or some additional internal features of Relevance AI to do the mapping and to match them together. But for me, I decided that I don't want to go this route and I want to use Python code. So I used basically the code from this Google AI Studio from Get Code, and I modified it a little bit. To save you some time, I will point out that you need to include this Google Generative AI package here, but also if you go to settings, you need to specify pip install command for Python to install this, again, Google Generative AI package. And please also enable long output mode. It will help to avoid any warnings. What happens inside this code is we first get our API key. If you don't know how to do it, you can hard code your API key, or in my case, I entered it here inside like overall project settings. So I have my Gemini API key and it goes here. Then I configure my language model. I say that response type should be JSON, and I don't specify the schema, so schema is none, but it will not prevent the model from returning the schema that I requested. And then I specify the model name. Well, if you ask me why I don't use the internal Relevance AI tool, let me also show you why I don't use it. There is LLM, or maybe, yeah, I'm thinking maybe you can use this LLM vision and images. Maybe you can upload the video as image. But if you use the standard LLM step, then there is no way to upload a file here. And that's why I use Python code. But it's not so complicated because you basically copy it from AI Studio here, and then we just process. We have a couple of functions to process video, and again, link will be in the description below. Then we get videos from the previous step, output transformed, and videos. Videos is the name of our overall object here, videos. And then we just iterate through each of them. We upload the file, then we ask to analyze that video. And once we get the result, we again get the result and get scenes from the result, and we add two additional fields to our video object here. Let's run this and see what will happen. the videos are ready. First video, okay, let's view all. We have two additional fields. First is short video description, second is scenes, and we have all those scenes here. And then the final step, which I prefer to run, is to insert that result into the knowledge base. So knowledge is an internal knowledge inside Relevance AI. I just specify the name of the knowledge set, and data to insert comes from the step above. It is Python, the result of our code. And we run this step. It says that it inserted one record. I'm not sure why one, it should be three. And let's refresh the TikTok videos table. Okay, and here we have actually three videos. And let's, for example, view, okay, which one? This one. We view the video and let's see the result. It says that there are two scenes. A woman stands in front of Buckingham Palace in London, saying, oh, an interesting one. Okay, media URL, TikTok URL. Let's view it on TikTok and see how accurate the result was. Okay, this is the woman. I don't know how Buckingham Palace looks, but probably it is. And it says incoming stitch. Okay, woman stands saying that woman shouldn't pay bills in a relationship. Okay, funny twist. Incoming stitch. So it extracted the whole text, and it also extracted the audio transcript. I'm just curious, your man should be treating you like a queen. And we have this crown. I'm curious if we have. Okay, yes, it is here. So on 12th second, we have this caption with the crown, and it is captured here as well. So looks nice, right? And this is very impressive to me to see how much this tool, this Gemini model can do, because it can obviously watch the videos and see what transcription, what generic transcription tools cannot see. And then you can use this final tool, for example, in combination with other tools, and give this tool to an agent inside Relevance AI, for example, to constantly monitor some hashtags, and then to analyze the results, and maybe to even create some viral scripts for you. Thank you so much for watching. That is basically it. That is how you analyze videos, and you can obviously do it at scale, analyze as many videos as you'd like, and then use another language model to come up with different ideas. If you have any other ideas on how to use Gemini, how to use that video intelligence, then please share them with me in the comments section below, and I will see you in the next video.